back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we're coming to you right now from our studios at the Lansing Regional International Airport. And we're going to go just across town because we're going to talk to the director of the Wharton Center for Performing Arts, Eric Olmscheid. Eric, it is so good to have you on. How you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on today.
Listen, 2 years you took over. What? Tell me about a little bit about your career path, and what have been some of the highlights.
Yeah, I just celebrated 2 years as the executive director of Wharton Center last month. It was really a great opportunity to come to Michigan to kind of build on the great success that we have as an organization. We celebrated our 42nd season as well this past year, and the organization was doing really, really remarkable things. The previous executive director, Mike Brand, had really brought us to the next level, and great national prominence in what we're doing, both in terms of our presenting business as well as our arts education work. And I was just thrilled to join the team 2 years ago when this opportunity presented itself.
I'll tell you, it's amazing to be here in mid-Michigan and see that the troops who come through have come from New York and they're on their way to Chicago or LA.
Mhm.
And here's Lansing, Michigan, as one of their stops. It's been tremendous. You have played a big part in that because you kept your relationships with the New York Broadway audience.
Mhm.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the entire industry of touring performing arts is really based in relationships. So for us, it's really critical to maintain strong ties to New York producers and what's happening in New York City, because really the heartbeat and pulse of Broadway is there in New York. Now, there's a lot of theaters that contribute to getting shows to Broadway, but we maintain a really strong relationship with many producers there. And so I find myself on a very regular basis in New York, seeing shows as well as maintaining those relationships to get the best of Broadway here to mid-Michigan. And I should say it's not just Broadway, it's everything from our international touring orchestras to classical music to dance to commercial events that all are related with the relationships that we maintain.
Well, as a result of those relationships, there's been some tremendous opportunity here for mid-Michigan and really all around Michigan because people travel a long way to Wharton to see some like really top end performances. So, Eric, you're also a Tony voter.
I
Tell me,
am.
tell me about that.
Yeah, it's really a really an honor and a privilege to be a Tony voter. So right now, there's only a couple of Tony voters in the state of Michigan, and what that really means is that we are asked or invited by the Broadway League, which is the organization that we're a member of. That's the trade organization of the touring and New York Broadway industry. Their members get to vote on the Tony Awards. So it's the annual awards program. So I saw all shows in last year's season, all 39 productions that opened on Broadway last year, and was able to cast a vote representing Wharton Center and the Mid-Michigan region as a voter. It's a real distinction and an honor that I feel so fortunate to have.
Well, you also have to demonstrate that you're capable of it. So, plaudits to you for being asked. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, well, it's not a tiny group. It's about 700 voters total across the country. By and large, most of them are New York City. So representing one of the road communities in a state outside of New York is really a privilege and an honor.
Yeah, really is. And thanks for doing that. We appreciate it. So tell us about the highlights coming up for 24, 25. I'm not asking for me because I already have my tickets, right?
Well, I'm so glad that Chris, you already have your tickets, hopefully as a season ticket holder. Honestly, we have seven, excuse me, amazing shows as part of our Broadway series, really anchored with some brand new to us shows, including MJ the Musical, which tells the story of Michael Jackson's Dangerous tour, Life of Pi, which is based on the book and the film of the same name, huge life-size puppets, which is just a remarkable, remarkable play. And then we open the season with Les Miserables in October 8th through the 13th. So we have a ton of amazing shows happening. And then I will say on the performing arts side, which is our kind of eclectic fine arts series, we open that series October 4th with Dee Dee Bridgewater, the Tony and Grammy Award-winning musician, and one of my favorites of the year, which is the Rocky Horror Picture Show with Barry Bostwick, who's the original Brad Majors, will be here to host the live cast with the picture show. So it's really a great mix. We have Over 30 different performance offerings in those two series, our performing arts series and our Broadway series. There's a ton going on at Wharton Center this year.
Well, and I think Book of Mormon is in there too.
Yeah, Book of Mormon's at the end of the season, so we have to wait all the way till June for Book of Mormon. But that'll get us all to the end. And before that, we even have Hamilton, as well as Chicago's coming back. And then one of my actual favorites of the year is Shucked, which is a corny comedy. Yes, pun intended. Which is a fun, brand new, wholly original musical.
All right, we got about a half minute left. You're doing some renovations at Wharton. Tell us about that.
We are doing some refreshments of the public spaces. So some new carpets going in right now. We put some paint on the walls, as well as some new furniture. So things that are just creature comforts to update it a little bit, but more importantly, to replace some things that were kind of nearing the end of their life. So the building will look a little fresher and a little newer when you come back.
You sound a little like my wife. You know, it's been 48 hours. I think we need to rearrange it.
Yeah. Hey, that carpet was 20 years old, so we got a long run with it.
You don't have to defend it. I understand where you're going. Eric Olmscheid, thanks so much for joining us, Executive Director of the Wharton Center for Performing Arts on the campus at MSU right here in East Lansing. Thanks, Eric. We appreciate it. Keep up the good work, my friend.
Thank you, Chris.
You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman. We'll be back with more.